When I get weak, and I can't go home, thank you, Jesus. I feel all my hope, all my joy is gone. Late in the midnight hour, I talk to you, my God, and it gives me.
All right, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I got so much joy in my soul. I hope that today, if you happen to see me, that I am oozing joy, that I am showing you the joy that's in my heart, and that it's infectious and that it jumps into your heart. May God go before you today and make the rough road smooth. May his joy be your strength and his peace fill your heart. Y'all, it's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I am super excited because it is Throwback Thursday, and that is synonymous with Friday Eve. I know people say don't rush Friday, but I'm sorry, I'm used to it, and I can't get unused to it. Y'all, I am so happy to be proudly posted in the studio with the entire Brunch Bunch. What up, Brunch Bunchers?
What up?
Y'all, we got a great show for you today, and of course, we're going to level you up because always our aim to send you back better than you came. Look, don't touch that dial. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson, and the business spotlight of the week is Call Your Friends.
Joy, was Joy in there?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Okay, good. What's up, believers? Hey, Zoe. It is Throwback Thursday. I'm done with this, Adam. When you finish. Actually, I could do it my own self. I don't need you.
Mental health. This business spotlight is brought to you by the Dream Center Co-working and Business Support Services.
Do you have dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, or do you just want to get or maintain your youthful glow? Then you need Vanguard Beauty.
I was talking
this
so much stuff.
Woman-owned vegan beauty line has all the ones your skin could ever need.
All the commercials we've been running, we're supposed to continue to run.
Organic, botanically derived skincare and makeup that is also talc-free and cruelty-free. The
advertising his church, right?
And feels like skin. The lipstick and eyebrows are so pigmented and come in a variety of gorgeous colors that there is sure to be something for everyone. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself.
Okay, so I spoke too soon. I do not know.
That's VGBstore.com.
Hold on, I'm going to figure this out.
We don't just cover imperfections. We reveal the beauty in you.
So act like you're going on like
dreaming of a new home or selling at a great price.
Oh, to my story.
Development is your go-to. Expertise in real estate and mortgage loans. We make the process seamless and rewarding. No more hurdles in your property journey. Buying, selling, or refinancing, we've got your back. Dial area code 773-616-0906 and step into your property dreams with L&S Development. Area code 773-616-0906. L&S Development, making property dreams a reality.
What's the zip again?
Attention motorists, get your new Buddy Bear yearly.
This ain't taxes. Make sure it's coming on.
A month for the entire year, no matter where you are.
There.
15 locations. You can go anytime and get your car washed every day if you want.
Every day.
Year long, Buddy Bear.
You can get it washed every day. What's wrong with me?
Go to BuddyBearCarWash.com. That's BuddyBearCarWash.com.
I love the fact that y'all put Thursday on there. What did I put Thursday?
You can ride out with a clean ride tomorrow. That's BuddyBearCarWash.com. Hey, my people, ready to level up your kindergarten classroom game? Introducing Effective Kindergarten Classroom Management, Strategies for Success. This ain't just any book. It's your roadmap to running a tight ship while keeping the vibe fun and inclusive. Say bye-bye to those chaos-filled days and hello to smooth sailing with my tried and true
10
tips.
seconds.
Let's empower our little ones together. Grab your copy now and let's make magic in the classroom.
We're in the Raw with Tamara Fair on the Brunch Bunch.
So after Michael Rainey Jr. says he's in shock after allegedly being groped on live stream, he goes on to tell the entire full story. So he's still in shock and attempting to process an incident on social media personality Lil James live stream, in which James' sister allegedly groped Rainey on camera, prompting James to issue an apology and Rainey to condemn sexual assault, regardless of gender. Now, you know, we live in a cancel culture, and you might say the wrong thing, twist your head the wrong way, put anything, comma out of place, and get what? Canceled. So, from a Sunday night live stream hosted by Twitch streamer Lil James was about 100,000 followers on the streaming platform, went viral on social media Monday and appears to depict James's sister groping actor Michael Rainey on camera, while at least 7 other people, including children, were present. So one clip of the incident, which shows Rainey becoming visibly uncomfortable after James' sister enters the frame and appears to touch him, has more than 31 million views on X.
I was about to call an ambulance.
Why? Because you
I thought you was having a seizure. And it has been liked some more than 124,000 times. Well, later in the stream, James, now alone and speaking directly to the camera, said that his sister had never seen anyone of that caliber before, referring to Rainey's celebrity status, and adding that he wouldn't say anything bad about his sister, but the situation made him mad. Now, that was a quote. Well, the incident sparked outrage on social media, with many angered users defending Rainey and calling for sexual assault against men to be taken more seriously. Well, James posted a statement on X, not Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. When are we going to have to stop saying formerly known as Twitter, though?
I guess when we get used to X, seeing as how the X on Twitter looks just like the X on Xfinity. I mean, come on now. Somebody got to distinguish.
Well, the Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower.
Gonna always be the Sears Tower. Great point. So James posted a statement on X Monday afternoon apologizing to Rainey and his family, calling his sister's action completely wrong and out of line, and stated that she will no longer appear on his lives. Now, when you gotta find your sister or your brother, you know they done really done something wrong.
Yes.
So Rainey posted a statement to more than 3.3 million Instagram followers Monday evening, stating that he does not condone the unfortunate, and I quote, unfortunate, because that's what he is lauding it as, unfortunate situation that sexual assault is never okay, regardless of the gender. Well, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. Now, if you are not a part of that everyone, you need to become a part of that everyone and go ahead and look at the video so you can keep up with this conversation. So I am still in shock, and I don't know how to fully process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know that I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Well, Rainey said on his Instagram story as he was explaining his position of his sister's actions. So we're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. Rainey, 23, is an actor best known for his roles on the series Starz Power and Power Book 2 Ghost. Well, James is known for his social media presence, his Instagram for more than 230,000 followers, and he regularly hosts the Talil Show on Twitch. Well, as well, his friendship with the popular social media personality Kay Sanat, one of the most followed creators on the Twitch platform. Well, rapper 50 Cent, executive producer of Power, appeared to make light of the alleged groping in now deleted Instagram posts. But you know, when you delete a post, about 150,000 people have already seen it, so they can't unsee it, and they will talk about it. So the rapper reportedly posted on the screen of the TMZ article about Rainey and wrote in his caption, "Wait, sexual assault from a male perspective? This was an aggressive advance, LOL. He's fine. No charges are being pressed." And according to the screenshots published by Complex, several commentators.
Adam looked up. I looked up. So he's not pressing charges against him?
You heard me. I said it. He's not.
Well, I guess I don't want him to press charges against him. But I do think that this conversation needs to be had, because if it was on the flip side,
exactly,
he would be in jail. He would be getting canceled. So because I don't want a black young lady going to jail, of course, or having that record. Unfortunately, someone didn't teach her decorum and how to act when celebrities come in the room. And we have celebrities in here every day, Tamara and I. We had to tell y'all, don't be all up on us.
Don't be touching on me.
But no, I mean, it definitely needs to be a lesson, because if the roles were reversed, it would be totally different. But on the flip side, No, you're right. If the roles were reversed, there would be a cry out for this young lady who had gotten sexually assaulted, and particularly on that many people viewing her, it would have definitely been an issue. But that's one of our topics today on our social media exclusive. And if you have not gone on our social media exclusive, you definitely want to join us on Facebook and or Tammy T. Fair on Instagram or Marcel Action Jackson on Instagram, because we will be talking about that in detail. But for you listeners who are not able to get online, yes, it would have definitely been different.
Yeah,
but
it would have been different.
Now, let me just say this. Let me tell you why it's different. It's different because women historically do not want to be advanced towards if they do not give you permission. Men do.
Not true. Not true. That is not true. Thank you. Look, the brothers in the room. No, listen. And that's the issue. Men don't want to be, I don't want nobody just groping me and reaching between my legs.
That is groping.
You know, I mean, they could grope you in other places. They could grab your behind, you know, so it's not just your genitals that they're touching.
What did she grab?
But I'm talking about me right now. I said I don't want to be groped.
She grabbed what?
His genitals. Right. So I don't want none of that. I don't want you patting me on my butt. I don't want you rubbing my neck inappropriately. I don't want to be
Darrell
groped.
said she chunked his junk.
What the chicken? And with that being said, I'm going to pour holy oil around this studio and tell the devil to flee, because if you let the devil ride, he going to drive. Listen, Lord Jesus. But the moral is, I think that's the issue. Women think men, oh, yeah, they'll like to be touched. Oh, they'll love if I touch them.
Coming from a woman's perspective, I said that because that's what I have experienced. Men do not.
Because you're not just groping men randomly.
No, I'm not groping men randomly or selectively. I mean.
Right, like, hey, I'm at Walmart. Come here, boy.
But that's not something that men really shun on. Like,
well, they may not talk about it because of conversations like this. A man will, you know, other men will be, you know, dogging them and looking down on them. Like, why would you say that woman assaulted you or molested you or groped you? You should have, you should be happy. No, this is my personal space.
Here's the variable. Now, if she's somebody that he may be attracted to, or if everyone else says, "Oh, she's fine," grope
no,
on.
I'm just no.
You feel me.
If it's somebody you're attracted to and you like, I mean, that's different. But a random woman.
But they could be random, and if you're attracted to and you like them, it would still be acceptable to a degree.
Well, because this is 1390, I won't finish this conversation because I got some.
Now it's Thursday, right? You get a fresh line, like you dress to the nine. Somebody might say, you know what? Yeah, I really like him.
And you know what? I'm gonna have my lawyer on speed dial, and I hope it's a rich woman because I'm gonna get paid. You know? No, I ain't say go to jail. I didn't say go to jail. I said I'm gonna get paid. I said a rich woman, because I'm assuming she ain't gonna want to go to court and litigate that. She gonna settle outside of court. Yeah. See, you gotta be. This is chess, not checkers, Adam. But listen, you know what it is? It is Throwback Thursday, and we're gonna keep rocking with the throwback hits. It's one of my favorite songs, and you know what? Liberty and justice will be mine if a woman groped me unwarranted. It's Yolanda Adams, My Liberty, right here on the Brunch Bunch.
What's up manifesting right now?
Like, wait, a rich woman groped me. I'm paid.
Exclusive conversation for social media. Do you believe
it's uncomfortable?
Well, I get groped all the time too by a woman at church.
Do you believe?
Oh, you need that way. You know my phone.
And how women are treated when they are the aggressors in groping, or how men are treated.
Well, hello, attorney India Rios.
Y'all, put your comments in the thread. We definitely want to hear from you. If you're not on,
if a woman gropes me and I don't give her permission, if she grabs my genitals, can I sue her?
Can you sue somebody?
But why did you hesitate?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, that's true.
I hesitated because
now be honest. Let's see.
Let her answer.
It's an odd fact pattern, and I hesitated a little bit because I know kind of the topic. I know the topic.
Well, she groped him, but Tammy believes that men want to be groped.
No, what I said was
not by anybody, not just by everybody. They don't. It's not just come one, come all. I think that
Right, I ain't for the community.
Yeah.
Ain't that what they say? That's it, right?
Let me see the sister that did the groping. Let me see the sister that did the groping.
I'm sure she was ate up though too. I think. When they said children, I said little kids. Was she high?
It was really weird.
No, she was just extra. She was just extra. But that you gotta know who you got around you. If you got money coming in the building, you cannot have people like that around you.
Well, yeah, because you know your sister.
Yeah, exactly.
I know my brother.
Well, you know what? I wonder did he know she was a groper though?
I wonder did he know she was a groper?
But my whole point is men typically adjust their acceptance level based on how the female looks.
India is a beautiful woman, right?
Absolutely.
And if she comes over here and grope me, I'm gonna still be offended.
It's still gonna be a problem.
Yeah, could you do it? I want to see it. I want to see how it's gonna play.
Oh my God, what's wrong with this lady? Listen, I love. Let's see, somebody famous that I love that I think is.
Megan Good.
I love Whoopi Goldberg. If Whoopi grabbed me between the legs, I'm gonna be Marcel Goldberg. I'm on all of her assets. I'm taking the name and everything.
That's what I said. Megan Good.
You hear that,
Zoe
India?
says she don't have any home training.
Yeah, you know the sister.
Your commercial, you hear?
She also said she should have kept her hands to herself.
Here's
Hey guys, what's up Instagram? Hey Supernatural.
Yes, yeah.
Because here's the deal: since we on Instagram, Facebook, this is not 1390. You don't want a woman touching you and down there, and you're not ready for it, and you're not prepared to be touched. You know, right? You know. Just I'm saying, even if I'm talking about a fine woman that I like, just out the blue, we in the room and I'm not expecting it, and she's like, "Oh, wait a minute," you know.
That's the sister.
No.
Oh my God.
And not you really trying to see what she looks like.
Right, let me see it.
Oh my God.
Right, it's like usually the ate up one.
That's right. That's the real point.
But maybe not true. It may be some beautiful women groping.
And he didn't seem to mind it. He laughing.
You see him
Let me see.
He looks like he's laughing, y'all.
He looked uncomfortable.
That's what she grabs him.
How was he
Look at that little kid.
And she holding it.
Yes,
he's busting up laughing though.
No, he's not laughing.
Let me see.
That look awkward.
It's nervous laughing. Look at his
Right, you don't start crying.
I
would have done exactly what he did.
looking around. No one else sees it. He just left the stream. He did.
I think everybody's seen it.
He handled
that.
Well, in the room, he's saying, yeah.
Everyone else in the room. Yeah.
But he left right after that because he was really
him and his whole team left.
a woman grab you in a room full of your peers, you're not gonna start crying or scream. You're gonna do like he did.
But what is a woman gonna do? A woman's gonna scream. That's what I'm saying. It's different for the gender calls for a different reaction.
Give me that text. Oh, I got my phone. You know what? I got my phone.
I was just going to ask if you were writing it down. Because I was going to write it down.
Not you might be.
Hey, Chief Daniels, what's up? Inglewood, Tanya. Well, for those of you who have just joined,
Tammy believes men like to be broke.
What's going on?
Is it a difference in a man groping a woman, the reaction, or a woman groping a man? Is it acceptable for a woman to do it or no? Where's the action?
I don't think it's acceptable.
Hold on, Andy. So what's going on is last night, and Tammy, you were missed. I had the opportunity to speak at the Bellwood Chamber of Commerce annual scholarship dinner.
I thought it was tonight.
No, that was yesterday.
Nobody don't send me no reminder. You set me up for failure.
No. Well, listen, I did joke and I said, Tammy's coming. And then when you didn't say, I said, well, I'm kind of glad because Tammy was going to make me nervous. Somebody said, Tammy make you nervous? I said, no, but she kept saying, oh, I know your speech is going to be great. And I'm like, I ain't wrote a speech when she said it, so I got real nervous. But I say that to say, thank you to the Bellwood Chamber Board of Directors, their president, Latoya Underwood, and all of the business owners who were in the room. I did end up writing a wonderful speech. I left the radio yesterday, and I spent from the time I left here until the time of the event working on this amazing speech.
P-Line Alfred did that.
No. I wrote me a nice speech, but guess what? I didn't read it. I spoke from the heart while you're being funny. And guess what? I got a standing ovation. But you know what? I told him, I said, I'm no preacher, but the Holy Ghost just dropped a whole nother theme and message to talk about in the room. And I cut my phone off and I spoke from the heart. Now, I cannot tell you anything that I said because it was really flowing, but I've been getting text messages and calls. And when I was done, board members said that message, it's like you were in our board meetings.
Wow.
And we needed to hear it. And then one of them said, and two other people was in the room that needed to hear. So I'm like,
you don't know which two, but
I don't know which two, but I was so glad that, and then I got 2 new bookings out of that room.
For all you bookers, call me.
Yeah, right.
Now his manager.
Call Tamara Fair and cut the check on time. No, listen, but it was an amazing event. And what happened, I don't show up like I'm a celebrity. I get there on time and I walk the room and I talk to people and I network. And as I was talking to people and hearing stories and hearing this, that just created the speech for me. And so I want to shout out because I didn't eat before the speech because I didn't want to be up there tired, right? But the food was so amazing. And I got to shout out these 3 sisters, the owners of Simone's Catering, Chef Earlene Dotson, Carnetta Dotson, and Lamaya Bacon. Now, they're not really 3 sisters. It's a grandmother, a daughter, and the granddaughter. But when I say black does not crack, these beautiful women, I kept saying, you sure you the mama? You sure you the grandma? They look so amazing. And I just want to shout out to the Village of Bellwood, Mayor Andre, and all of the staff. It was such an amazing event. And then while I was sitting at the event, I got a text message because, of course, they said you have not been answering or responding to email.
Of course.
So they text me, and I just want to read it. I am thrilled to inform you that you have been nominated to be honored at our upcoming event, Men Deserve Flowers, taking place this Sunday, June the 16th, at the 1865 Fest at the Garfield Park Music Court. You will be honored on stage and will receive a gift and a token of appreciation. Please, and it goes on and on and on. We can't wait to celebrate with you and honor you and other incredible men in our community.
That is amazing.
And that just made me feel so good because you know what? Men do deserve flowers.
Especially you, because you've gone through so much in the last 2 years that a lesser man of lesser stamina and countenance would have broke by now.
Well,
and
I
you
appreciate
just
that.
continue to forge forward with a smile on your face, love in your heart, and it just increases the love that you have to give. So I'm so very grateful to them for honoring you.
Well, thank you. Men deserve flowers, not to be groped unwarranted.
You had to go.
I had to go back there. Look, I'm getting claps of it. Now, I will say, whenever you're doing a speech in front of people, right, I took my own amen corner with me just in case. I had shout out to Otis, Demarion, Jackson, Mariah, who came with me. Because, you know, if I didn't do good, I needed somebody to clap. But it was some people in the room. And this one brother, I almost started and took off from. I thought I was preaching a sermon. He was making so much noise, clapping, standing up. And I'm like, bro, can I take you everywhere I go?
I know that's right. I know that's
I'm like,
right.
you the one right here.
Everybody need a flavor flavor.
Oh my God. You know what? Lucia say, what is wrong with this woman? But
everybody need a flavor.
Everybody do need a hype man. I'll say that, a good hype man. Because, you know, Jackson wasn't making no noise.
I already know. But you know what? You could dress him up instead of a clock, just get him a really big cross.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm not a preacher, though, Tammy. We'll need a cross.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Well, we'll take it.
That's how you can take it and dispel the demons.
Yep. I'm going to get one in this room. Because sometimes the demons be up in this joint. But listen, what's up in here is a cast of great characters, not misfits, that are always aiming to send you back better than you came. And believers, I said this morning in a post, no matter what you're going through, God is still good. When it's raining in your life, storming in your life, God is good. When the sun is shining, God is good. When you're on the mountaintop, God is good. And when you're in the valley, God is good. And when you walk by faith and not by sight, you'll be able to have this testimony. He's been good to me. It's First Church of Deliverance. He's been good on this Throwback Thursday on the Brunch.
All right, y'all. Should men?
India, you all right today?
Oh, yeah.
You're a little low energy. You know, come on.
No, I'm with you.
You nervous? You ready to roll?
She ain't never nervous.
Never.
Well, your assistant.
I don't sleep.
Oh, no. Tell her. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
Oh, she been told for sure. She has
You said
absolutely
she got
been
home
told. Well, she was when I left.
Okay, now let me tell you something. I'm gonna get back to you guys. Don't go anywhere, but I'm gonna get back to start thinking about what you're gonna formulate and put on the thread. If men should be treated different, women should be treated differently when they are the gropers, when they're the aggressors. Should it be considered sexual assault? Tina Hammond says sexual assault is real, or sexual assault 2.0. But when your assistant is sleeping you up,
We ain't got one. No, we going out. We following you.
No, we following me. Why didn't I found out?
Jesse, did you? I told
if I
you.
look at my nails like that today, it's a trick.
Jesse's finna put up.
Where you going?
I don't know. Where did you go?
To Naillicious.
Naillicious.
Oh Lord, the trap attorney Naillicious.
Where's that?
In Humboldt Park on Chicago and Division.
No, those run the same way. You know, we'll let it slide a little. You know, you still a little new here.
Adam gotta take a picture of them nails. That's works of art.
I'm about to look it up for you.
Naillicious.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Justin's gonna make up some questions for us real quick.
I got plenty questions. I don't even need none.
Oh well. I know why I figured we could flow. This is an easy conversation. Trademarking. With 3 minutes and we hot.
There's no,
Just print
there's
some
no
anyway.
number him to like me too. What are you saying, Tina? Explain that a little bit.
The only pass women should get, I think, and I'm only because they're women, especially black women, is no jail.
First of all,
unless they like
she
literally
walked up like a whole dude.
right.
She walked up like, hey baby, let me holler at you.
But I believe in protecting black women.
I mean,
that ain't her first time doing that though.
I want to protect black men too.
Right. So if the transgressors are black women and the victims are black men, what you gonna do?
Give them a pass.
Like, why?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to anything short of like you stabbing somebody, like you give them a pass.
She said him too, like me too.
I know him too, like me too, but
Me Too movement.
So,
you know the Me Too, they canceling people for groping and sexual assault.
Him too.
Him too.
That's
actually
cute. Out of control. These men just want to have everything.
See, and that's why men don't come forward when they've been him too, because then they city boys and they, you know, it kind of make a man look a little weaker when he go press charge at a woman molesting him, assaulting him.
Talk about molesting. Okay, Tammy, it's on Division.
You get that pass.
Now I'm gonna give you a pass. But
and
I hit you with
Hamlin.
I need my
the Hasman.
Okay, do I need an appointment?
You feel me? That's how we came up. You do the Hasman. You know what I mean?
I get a pass because my thing is like even when we're talking about like attractive women.
You know it.
I'm sitting right now. You been talking about like attractive women.
Your number is 773.
I'm about to say
which one? All right, yeah.
Oh,
674.
Yeah, I made something.
Maria. Zoe says she should get punished the same way men do.
Just give it a shot. I'll give her a call and see
What you mean?
Tell her I sent you.
Okay.
Like put hands on her.
He would have been wrong.
Who would have been
If
wrong?
Michael Rainey would have whooped her, beat her, up, like slapped her.
He would
have been definitely wrong
How
because
far can he go?
I think, well, he did what he should have did. He walked away. She tended to you.
Can he push?
Just Jarrell.
now that's a good question. What is
Can he
self-defense?
push her off?
Yeah, he could have definitely pushed her.
He could have backed her up.
He could have pushed her.
He could have muffed her.
I think he might even could have muffed her. He
Yeah.
smacked her. I wouldn't be opposed to any of that. I think that
Put
he
that
hit her more
soldier
than once.
in.
I think he can only hit her one time. He can only make contact.
He can hit her one
Yeah,
time.
he got one strike.
I think he did the right thing because as a man, you got good
Not
restraint.
hit her. Not smack her down.
I think maybe smack her off. I don't know.
No.
You can't smack
I think
her
he
down.
did the perfect
Hey,
thing.
Joy.
He walked out.
What can he legally get away with?
Yeah, exactly. What he can legally
He
get
should have
away
muffed
with.
her.
Hey, Iceman, what's going on?
I think a muff we could have got away with because he kind of pushing her back.
That's different. You a kid. These is grown
You're
people.
not a kid in
I'm not a
college.
kid.
You're not a kid.
You are not a kid in college.
Oh, you were 20.
You're going to prison.
You going to
You going to the big house. You talking about you going to
not
prison.
jail? You going to prison?
You got her intro?
Yes, just to be clear. Well, we got an attorney in the building. Is he going to prison?
It's time for Trademark Talk with attorney India Rios right here on the Brunch.
Well, we are so glad to have back with us our attorney, attorney India Rios, the trademark. Now, I jokingly call her my trap trademark attorney, but she is so amazing at what she does when it comes to business law, trademark law, and she's helping so many people protect their brands and their businesses. Welcome back to the show, India Rios.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna have to trademark the trap attorney since you insist.
There you go.
On branding me as such.
The trap attorney. Well, you know what? You call her the trap attorney, but actually she keeps you out of traps. She keeps you out of landmines that not trademarking could get you into. And I've often asked her, what should I trademark? When you have multiple businesses and you have multiple taglines, what should you trademark? And her answer is always everything.
I was just about to say everything.
Everything.
But everything within reason, though, because I don't want people to be misled. Everything that you're using as a source identifier for goods and services.
Okay, let's give some examples of that.
So, your brand name.
Okay.
So what's your brand name? Because a lot of people don't understand what a brand is, much less your brand name. Like if that's the name of your business.
So no, it doesn't necessarily have to be the name of your business,
Good.
right? Your brand name, for example, could be Fendi, but the company that owns you could be like LVHM Enterprises, right? And those two things have completely different, names and visuals behind them, but they, come from the same source, or one is the source for the other. So
Gotcha.
LVHM may be the source for Louis Vuitton, but they don't trademark LVHM. They trademark Louis Vuitton and Louis and the LV and all the rest of those patterns and prints. Anything that when somebody sees it is supposed to make them think of your business or your goods or your services.
So should you also trademark your tagline? Let's say you have McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. And just do it. And, anything that you can think of, or have it your way, or,
What about your logos? Should you trademark your logos?
For sure. And then with your logos, you may even potentially want to copyright those because they could qualify for both, depending on how creative your logo is.
Now let's distinguish between a trademark and a copyright.
I feel like I always make this distinction. I feel like, but here we are. Once again, a trademark is anything that's going to serve as a source identifier for goods or services. So that could be your brand name or your logo or your slogan.
Don't get low, girl.
I'm like, don't get low. Keep it high.
Right. And then also on the other side of that, for copyright protection, that's going to be any creative work in a fixed, tangible medium of expression. So that's going to be any drawings, movies, music production, plays, books. And depending on how or where they come from, I guess it is. If it's written on a piece of paper, I mean, if it's spoken and it's recorded, I think that the terminology, tangible, fixed medium of expression is really broadly interpreted. So yeah, I could see a quote gaining copyright protection if it's original enough,
Okay, I like it. Well, I want to ask, what legal protections does a registered trademark provide to a business?
It really gives you ownership over your brand name. It allows you to stop other people from using your brand name or using your logo, whatever it is that you protected, be it trade dress, experience. It's going to allow you to stop others from using those things without your permission. It allows you to prevent knockoffs and fakes from coming into the country. So it gives you customs powers. It gives you the opportunity to police others that are using or trying to use or monetize off of your brand. It can give you seizure power if you need to like go in and like seize knockoff goods, seize things that aren't supposed to be in circulation for whatever reason. That's another power that you can institute. But then it also gives you the power to make money, more money off of your brand by licensing, franchising. You know, it creates opportunities for you to create another avenue of income by issuing those licenses.
So I'm sitting in the studio. We got a box of Kleenex, and I'm looking at the end of Kleenex. There's an R in a circle. What does that mean? And then the follow-up question is, when should a business start getting their names and stuff trademarked?
Okay, so the R with the circle means that they have a registered mark and that their mark has been registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And that would be in comparison to the TM, which you also see often. The TM is just stating that, you know, you're claiming common law trademark rights and whatever you're putting that next to. So anybody can put a TM next to anything, and that's just supposed to signal to society that I'm claiming that I own this.
Right, that was the free game you gave us last time.
Exactly.
Because we can just put TM next to our brand names just until we get the R.
Yeah. Or sometimes in situations, people will put the TM next to their brand names when they know that they'll never have an R. Right? So some industries, for whatever reason, aren't authorized for registration. And you may know that you're never going to have an R, but you still want to notify people that you're claiming that you have these rights.
Interesting.
And that's free.
Yes. Very free.
It's about very free. I love it.
Oh my God.
Very free.
I don't know how you get freer than free.
Yeah.
So you said something very important, because I was in Chinatown in New York one day and I saw this police sweep of all the knockoffs. And I was wondering why, because they took all the goods and I was getting ready to buy it. And I'm like, well, can you just wait a minute? Like, hold up.
Let me get one bag. That's so funny, because I've seen that happen before as well. And I've seen it happen in different ways. I've seen it happen with bags and like scarves and things. And then I've also seen it happen like, and I'm probably aging myself a little bit, with like CDs. Like I've seen somebody come and like sweep a whole table of CDs
or
at
DVDs.
a flea market. Yeah, right. So that's one of the powers that you have, is that you can have these orders and they send people like secret shoppers to these places, and the people do the shopping and they get the photos, and then they take the photos to the judge and they get the order, and then they use the order to come and seize the goods.
Oh wow.
And I've seen it happen numerous times. Some companies are a little bit nicer about it. Like I've seen where a Coach gives out like coupons when they're doing the seizure. Like they'll be handing out coupons to the ladies who was about to buy bags or whatever, you know. So like I've seen things like that happen at times. But yeah, they'll come and they'll take the goods, and it just really is what it is.
Well, let me tell you, they had a part 2 to it. So then they walked me down to a sub basement. I said sub twice on purpose.
And she went.
And she went and she got the bag.
About to get snatched.
For a bag.
No, for several bags.
Lord.
I wouldn't risk it for one.
No, not for one. Like I had to get a guava bag. Right?
They were gonna sweep you up. For distribution. If you had to swap a bag, you better be careful.
No, this was like real secret squirrel type of stuff, right? So
I know they get them walkie-talkies out and they start talking about here you come
in a different language.
Yeah.
Waving you down.
Well, you know
what?
But
so that's important, and I want to go back to the question I asked, because we have a lot of small businesses, right, that are selling lotions, motions, and potions, right? Perfumes and baby dolls and T-shirts and all of this. And they're making money and they're getting their brand out there. When do they need to get a trademark?
Generally, before you launch is the most ideal time to take any type of stake in a brand, right? Because you wouldn't want to spend a lot of time and energy building a brand that you don't own, that somebody else can send you a cease and desist and tell you that you need to stop using. Mm-hmm. So the best thing that you could do is to, go the what we call intent to use route. Mm-hmm. And do an intent to use application and just secure ownership in that brand before you invest any other money. You should spend that money first and take ownership of whatever it is before you're building your websites or getting your LLCs or any of the rest of that stuff. That's what you would really want to do first.
So that's step 2.
Yeah, because I was
Create
going to say,
the business
because
and then protect the business.
I would even go with protect the business, whatever you're going to brand as, and then create it. Because when it comes to registering the name, there really aren't any restrictions or too many limitations on what you can call the business. The LLC or the Secretary of State doesn't care about there being duplicates of names that are already registered as trademarks. They care about there being a duplicate in the state of the same exact name. So all you need to do is make a small modification to whatever it is that you want to call yourself, and you'll be fine with them.
And but that doesn't protect you when you get a cease and desist saying you got 30 days to remove that name or we're going to litigate. And that happened to me with Alfred. So that's why we had to change Alfred name. But you think about it, you spend all this money on logos and getting websites done and buying web domains and LLCs. And then it's like, oh, shoot, I have to start all over, think of a new name and do everything from the beginning. But you can protect yourself by calling Attorney India Rios first.
Absolutely.
And how do they call you?
At 773-455-0711. Again, that's 773-455-0711. And the cost of trademark protection is much cheaper on the front end than it is on the back end.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because that segues us seamlessly into the misnomer that this is such an expensive undertaking. And I was looking on your website, and it's so affordable. Like you said, the cost of prevention is definitely worth a pound of cure, because you're going to spend so much more money in legal fees and actually closing down your business. That actually happened to me too. Not to the extent that I closed down, but when I opened up near the Peer Development Center, it was originally called Navy Peer Development Center. And I said to my attorney, and the reason I'm saying this again is because I thought I was protected because I had an attorney represent me. And I said several times, how is it that I'm able to use Navy Peer Development Center and Navy Peer Exposition Center is not coming after me? He was like, oh, it's fine. So you have to bring your good sense into your attorney's office as well, because I said it several times. And then the lawyer, who was a Black lawyer, called me and said, hi, in the nicest voice, this is Navy Peer Exposition Center, and we just wanted to know if you wanted to continue to use Navy Peer, because you can, and it's going to cost you. And so I had to change it to near the pier, which I liked better anyway, because it didn't cost me nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they will approach you like that. And even then, that's a generous approach. If you want to keep using it, you can. It's going to cost you. Sometimes there is no dollar amount that will allow them to allow you to continue to use their name. Sometimes you must change it.
Well, it was weeks into the business. And again, I think that the fact that we had some common denominators, that probably was why she gave me the grace. But you're right. Sometimes you don't have the grace. So again, you need to call that number, 773-455-0711. Again, the number is 773-455-0711. I know that there are authors out here.
Oh, yeah.
I know that there are perfumers out here. Perfumers.
You just made a new word?
Yeah.
Okay, a perfumer.
Perfumer. Out here. People who have intellectual property that they need to protect. And a lot of times you think, oh, I'm a small business, nobody's going to come after me because I'm only going to have a niche market.
That's what they come after the most.
That's what they come after
the small businesses, especially from the position of cost. Like, it's just so easy to know that, oh, I can throw maybe $5,000 to $10,000 at this, and most small businesses aren't in the position to throw that back towards a fight. And that's at a bare minimum. The cost of trademark litigation is very expensive. Very, very expensive.
Like ballpark it.
Like to start to finish something, you could be looking at $1 million easily. At a minimum of 150,000, 100,000 when you consider experts and testimony, because a lot of it relies on experts. And surveys and having to do massive surveys about consumer confusion. So when you consider what all goes into that type of litigation, the cost is really significant.
Because you need to hire a company to go out and survey consumers to see if to prove that they're confused. Because it's not like you just going in court and I'm saying, listen, people calling me thinking that this business in this village is my business, and they're confused. I can't just say that. I got to have proof.
You can. That's actual confusion, right?
Okay.
So you can have proof of actual confusion. But how many people have you had? How many situations? Because one off of that isn't going to be necessarily enough to rise to the level to be able to say, oh, I have substantiated confusion or instances of confusion.
So for somebody listening right now saying, okay, I'm not sure if I need a trademark, but I want to know and I want to search and understand if I can get a trademark. Do you do a service where you just talk to them and go over it and they pay you to do a search of the service?
Absolutely. So we do consultations. And in the trademark consultation, that includes a comprehensive algorithm search of the proposed mark. So before you and I meet, you'll submit an intake form. I'll go through it. I'll run a search of the mark, run a search of the proposed uses of the name. So then that way, when we meet, I'll be able to advise you as to whether or not you can actually register this. Maybe if you could potentially register it with some modifications, things of that nature. It's a service set up to kind of give you an idea of what can be done. Because not everything can be trademarked. And a lot of things have already been trademarked. And you might think that you have this new idea, but it's been existing, it's been registered for quite some time already.
So trademark cost versus court cost. What is it cost on an average to trademark?
On an average, you're looking at anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500
to save you anywhere from $150,000 to $1 million
to register. Yes, and that's in litigation. And even if you don't litigate, just think about how much it would cost for you to rebrand if you had to rebrand.
About $3,000 to $5,000 on the low end.
At a minimum, depending on how long
and that's
you've been
the
in
low
business
end.
and what you've purchased already, what type of materials you already have in place.
Marketing stuff, tablecloths you done had printed, time.
The value of the work that you've already put in.
Yeah.
All the time that you spent building up the brand recognition that you've built to date, that has a value.
Yes. Well, you are invaluable. And so I definitely want you guys to call 773-455-0711. 773-455-0711. It's something like an aspirin that you take when you get a headache. It's preventive.
Yeah, and you know what? Attorney India did now announce, but before we go, for all of the Brunch believers that's interested in a consultation, she's offering $100 off. Woo, 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 woo. All right, so make sure you call 773-455-0711. Talk to Attorney India, because we don't want you calling in sharing a testimony of how you had to fight to keep your brand or how you lost your brand. But you know what? We're not losing you. We're just leaving you because we're out of time, but we're never out of content. We encourage you to keep love alive on this Throwback Thursday, and in the spirit of the late, great Reverend Clay Evans. No matter what you're going through, go home tonight, pull the covers over your shoulders, and go to sleep, because angels are watching over you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Tamara, catch up. We love you. And we out. Peace. See you tomorrow.
Y'all are the most
Tammy was just looking at me.
A most amazing audience in the business. Thank you so much. What's up, Jamaica man? What's up, Lance, my brother? Can't wait to see you. You know, y'all, we will see you tomorrow. It's tomorrow Friday?
Yes. It is Friday.
Tomorrow is Friday. And for all of you guys who are in Nashville, I definitely want you all to stop by.
Will you be here tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I'll be here tomorrow. But I definitely want you to stop by. Nashville is right near Tennessee State. It is Hadley Park. The gymnasium, that is where the Black Child Tour is going to be held. And guess what? Yours truly, and also
Black Child Book Tour.
That's what I said.
Just Black Child Tour.
The Black Child Book Tour.
All right, what y'all doing?
The Black Child Book Tour.
So you just started with a group of women, and now you got black kids.
It is near Tennessee State. Just look it up, and please join me and my co-author, Tanya Evans, for the Purple Turtle Book Tour series as we continue in both Nashville, and then our next stop is Memphis. So we hope to see you from 10 to 3, and that will be on Saturday. All right, y'all, we'll see you tomorrow. And yes, I will be here tomorrow.